General Hospital spoilers. Willow busts Nina breaking in Drew's safe, demands answers from Mom. General Hospital, GH. Spoilers reveal that Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, may bust Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros. Breaking in Drew Quartermains, Cameron Matheson, safe. Will Willow catch Nina snooping and demand answers from her mom? Keech fans know that when Nina and Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, first talked about teaming up, Nina suggested she could get access to Drew's new house. Of course, Nina eventually talked Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, into handing over the combination to Drew's safe. Now that Nina's got that combination, it's bound to come into play somehow. GH writers have set up a situation where Nina's going to access that safe, so let's talk about how this might go down. It's worth mentioning that Ava Jerome, Maura West, will push Nina for a favor in the March 12 episode. Since Ava knows about Drew blackmailing Portia Robinson, Brooke Care, it's possible she'll get Nina to steal back the incriminating paperwork. Of course, it's possible Drew has multiple copies stashed in different places by now, but Ava might hope that Drew isn't smart enough to think that far ahead. Regardless, it seems likely Drew will put evidence of Portia's lab results tampering in that safe. Nina could soon score proof of Drew's blackmail material along with any other shady documents that he might be hiding. Since Nina has the safe combination, it'd be a total waste and terrible writing if she didn't go digging around in there at some point. However, Nina could be taking a huge risk if she tries to snoop. Willow is set to move in with the kids, so she'll be spending more time at Drew's place and could easily walk in on Nina's sneaky behavior. What if Willow catches Nina in the middle of this safe break-in and demands to know what exactly her mother thinks she's doing? That could put Nina in a tight spot and leave her relationship with Willow on the line. Nina might use this opportunity to trash Drew and bring to light any dreadful discoveries she makes in the safe. Perhaps Nina could even go as far as coming clean about her Drew hookups if she decides it's time to put it all out there for Willow. Desperation could drive Nina to be totally honest in that moment. Whatever the case, Nina's safe snooping could end in disaster if she's not careful, so stay tuned for updates on any alarming news ahead. General Hospital spoilers say Willow and Nina's relationship could take a hit in the not-too-distant future, so stick with us for more predictions on their next chapter. The late-night air inside Crimson's office carried a certain tension, but that was nothing compared to what was unfolding inside Drew Kane's penthouse. With Carly out of town visiting Jocelyn at college, and Drew occupied with ELQ matters, the apartment should have been empty. But as fate would have it, Willow Corinthos had come by to drop off a file for Drew, only to hear a noise inside. Cautiously, she stepped inside, her heart pounding as she turned on the lights. And there, standing in front of Drew's open safe, was none other than Nina Reeves. "Mom?" Willow's voice was a sharp whisper, shock overtaking her as she took in the sight of Nina hunched over Drew's safe, a stack of documents in her trembling hands. Nina whirled around, her eyes wide with guilt and panic. She clutched the papers against her chest, as if that could somehow erase the fact that she had been caught red-handed. "Willow, I didn't expect you to be here." Clearly, Willow said, her eyes narrowing. "What are you doing?" She stepped closer, her gaze shifting from the open safe to the pile of papers in Nina's grip. "Are you breaking into Drew's safe?" Nina swallowed hard. "It's not what it looks like." Willow let out a humorless laugh. "It looks like you're stealing from Drew. And unless you have a really good explanation, I'm going to assume the worst." Nina's fingers tightened around the documents. "I'm not stealing. I just needed to see something." "See what?" Willow folded her arms. "I can't think of a single reason why you'd need to go through Drew's private things." Nina hesitated. The truth was a tangled mess, and there was no easy way to explain it. She had overheard a cryptic conversation between Drew and Michael earlier in the day. Something about undisclosed financial records related to Aurora Media and ELQ. And when she found out Drew had returned home late and alone, her desperation had taken over. "It's complicated," Nina said finally. "But you have to believe me, I didn't mean any harm." Willow's patience was running thin. "Complicated? You broke into a safe, Mom. Do you have any idea what Drew would do if he found you here? What Michael would do?" Nina paled. Michael already distrusted her. This would only cement his belief that she was incapable of change. "I need you to trust me on this," Nina pleaded. "Please, Willow. Just put the documents back and walk away. We can forget this happened." But Willow shook her head, stepping forward with an air of authority Nina wasn't used to seeing from her. "No, I'm not just going to walk away. You owe me an explanation. After everything you've done, the SEC betrayal, the lies, you don't get to ask for my trust without earning it." Nina's lip trembled, her carefully constructed walls starting to crumble. "I thought there was something in here that could help me protect what little I have left." Willow scoffed. "Protect? From what? Who?" Nina hesitated, her mind racing. If she told Willow the truth, that she suspected something was amiss with Aurora's financials, and worried about how it might be used against her, would Willow understand? Or would she just assume the worst, like everyone else? "I thought Drew might have information about someone who's been trying to sabotage me," Nina admitted finally. Willow arched an eyebrow. "Sabotage? Who?" Nina sighed, realizing there was no easy way out of this. "I think someone is setting me up, maybe using Aurora's finances to make me look guilty of something I didn't do. I overheard Drew and Michael talking, and I needed to know if my name was anywhere in those documents." Willow frowned. "You honestly expect me to believe that?" "It's the truth." Nina's voice cracked. "I've made mistakes, Willow, I know that. But I swear to you, this time I'm not lying. If someone is coming after me, I need to know who." Willow studied her mother carefully. She wanted to dismiss Nina's words as yet another excuse, but there was something in her eyes, fear, maybe even desperation, that gave her pause. "If this is true," Willow said slowly, "then why didn't you just ask Drew? Why sneak in like a thief?" Nina let out a bitter laugh. "Because no one in this town believes me. Not Michael, not Carly, not even Drew. If I went to them with this, they'd assume I was up to something." Willow exhaled sharply, feeling the weight of the situation. She was caught between her lingering mistrust of Nina and a nagging feeling that maybe, just maybe, there was something more to this. "You need to put those papers back," Willow said at last. "If you really think someone is targeting you, do it the right way. Get a lawyer, investigate legally." Nina hesitated, but she knew Willow was right. Slowly, she placed the papers back into the safe, her hands trembling as she locked it up. "Thank you," Willow said, her voice softer now. "I don't know if I believe you yet, but I'm willing to hear you out. If someone is really coming after you, we'll figure it out." Nina's eyes filled with unexpected emotion. "You mean that?" Willow nodded. "I don't know what this means for us, but I meant what I said before. I want to understand." For the first time in a long time, Nina felt a flicker of hope. Maybe, just maybe, this wasn't the end of the road for them after all.